Mrs. Brown Went to Town by Wong Herbert Lee. Mrs. Brown lives in the barn out back with a cow, 2 pigs, 3 ducks, and a yak.
Life on the farm wasn't always this way. Everything changed just last Saturday.
When riding her bicycle down the street, a terrier tasted Mrs. Brown's feet.
In a hospital bed she rested, waiting to be x-rayed and tested. Mrs. Brown sent word in a letter to say she'd come home when she was better. The postman delivered the letter out back for a cow, 2 pigs, 3 ducks, and a yak. All the animals except for a mouse voted to move into Mrs. Brown's house.
They ran the doorbell to hear the chimes,
Flushed the toilet 100 times.
raced up the stairs, came slide back down.
Each one ran a different down.
Took turns bouncing on Mrs. Brown's bed. Painted the house in matching barn red. They raided the pantry, prepared a snack for a cow, 2 pigs, 3 ducks, and a yak.
In the bathroom they played for hours, putting on makeup and taking showers.
They dried off in front of a roaring fire, warm and cozy but beginning to tire. Tiptoed upstairs by candlelight, borrowed pajamas to wear for the night. The hospital released Mrs. Brown at 8. A taxi cab dropped her off by the gate. She hobbled upstairs and crawled in the sack. Didn't see a cow, 2 pigs, 3 ducks, and a yak. The floor beneath them began to quake. The walls and windows started to shake. All this commotion woke Mrs. Brown in time to feel her bed crashing down. The police were first to arrive on the scene. Fire trucks dispatched from Station 13. An ambulance raced all the way from town and carried away poor Mrs. Brown.
In the hospital, she lay on her back with a cow, 2 pigs, 3 ducks, and a yak.
The hospital released Mrs. Brown at 10. The doctors waved goodbye once again.
Into the taxi they crammed all 8. The driver dropped them off by the gate.
He swept out the feathers and hair and charged Mrs. Brown twice the fare. Life on the farm wasn't always this way until Mrs. Brown went to town that day. So now she lives in a barn out back with a cow, 2 pigs, 3 ducks, and a yak.